Exactly 3 decades after Kashmiri Pandits were forced to abandon their hearts and homes in the valley, a similar kind of sinister terror plot was hatched by Pakistan-sponsored Hizbul Mujahideen to trigger migration of Hindus from Kishtwar area. This has been revealed in the recent charge sheet filed by NIA before a special court in Jammu against Hizbul Mujahideen militants who were involved in weapon snatching in Kishtwar district of Jammu and Kashmir.
The Hizbul Mujahideen, a terror group based in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, was working on a plot to target Hindu community in Jammu and Kashmir's Kishtwar district and force its members to run away from the area. India's counter-terrorist task force, National Investigation Agency, recently claimed this in a charge sheet filed before a special court in Jammu in Kishtwar weapon snatching case. On March 3, 2019, two Hizbul terrorists barged into the rented residence of Head Constable Dalip Singh, the escort in charge of the then Deputy Commissioner of Kishtwar, and snatched his service rifle and AK-47. The case was transferred to NIA in August 2019. During the course of the investigation, it was found that the incident case was one of the several acts of terror committed by Hizbul Mujahideen during the years 2018 to 2019 in Kishtwar. The charge sheet read that by carrying out activities like looting of arms and ammunition or targeting prominent and influential Hindus in the area, Hizbul was executing the larger conspiracy to create terror amongst the community in order to force them to run away from the area.
Hizbul Mujahideen is the militant group which advocates of merger of Jammu and Kashmir with Pakistan, and that is its aim. And it is the militant group, some say, and it is a fact, that it is the armed wing of Jamaat-e-Islamiyah. And this group is now trying to recreate terror in the upper reaches of Kishtwar and Bhadarwah. As you know, that after the all-out operations of the armed forces and security forces in Kashmir, North, East, West Kashmir has already been cleared of militancy. It's only some South Kashmir. And now these people from there are coming down to Kishtwar region. And they are the ones who are trying to now create a reign of terror over there so that militancy is revived in those upper reaches.
Three Hizbul terrorists, Osama bin Javed, Harun Abbaswani and Zahid Hussain, who carried out the killing of prominent Hindus in Kishtwar, were killed in encounters with security forces at different places in the years 2019 and 2020. The other three Hizbul terrorists against whom charge sheet is filed were found to be helping Hizbul outfit by providing logistic support and organizing safe shelter and hideouts for the Hizbul cadre involved in the multiple terror-related incidents. The Hizbul group may be lying low, but the militants are providing intelligence to other terrorist organizations such as Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed and shadow outfits like the Resistance Front to manage successful attacks. Once drawing mostly its recruits from the socio-religious Jamaat-e-Islami, the Hizbul now attempts to recruit local people coming from all walks of life, students, salaried employees and traders. Acting on the instructions of Pakistani establishment, Hizbul Mujahideen has been instrumental in carrying out anti-India propaganda and terror activities in Jammu and Kashmir.
The operation all out by the security forces against these militants in Kashmir Valley, Hizbul Mujahideen changed its tactics of recruitment. Rather than recruiting only Jamaat-e-Islamiyah people, they started targeting the youth, students, educated people, traders and everyone. One, they gave them the Wahhabi ideology of Islam and how once Kashmir is liberated from the Hindus and the Indian government, it would become a panacea for all the Islamists over there. Second was that they said, as Pakistan was made, keeping Islam as the unifying factor, Kashmir also should be there. And this finds some sympathy with some people there. which has resulted in some of them joining these ranks.
Although Hizbul Mujahideen has been designated as a terrorist group by many countries across the world, it remains a lawfully operating organization in Pakistan. Moreover, Pakistan is trying to portray that there has been indigenous reaction in Kashmir due to removal of Article 370. Hence, it is promoting dummy outfits like the Resistance Force. To defend itself against nefarious state and non-state actors from across the border, India has decided to strike back decisively, and Indian armed forces will keep giving befitting reply to Pakistan until it stops terrorism.